Hey party people. A lot of my EDC content has been focused on things that fit into pouches, slings, backpacks, things like that. Today I wanted to do an overview of my wearable EDC items, the things I wear on my person nearly daily for my everyday carry and the usefulness that they provide. By the end of this video, you'll have some ideas of different wearable EDC items that could help you out in your daily life and get you out of a jam or just provide simple utility. Let's go into the overhead view now so we can get a closer look at all of these items, and then I'll show you what they look like as I wear them. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about these sunglasses. So these are my Warby Parker sunglasses. They're polarized. They have a really nice lens color that I picked out myself because I hate when the lenses are too dark. These just are really nice looking sunglasses. Sunglasses are a great EDC item and I consider them an EDC wearable, but the point of me bringing this up was more about the sunglasses strap. So if you're anything like me, you've seen sunglasses straps since the 80s and early 90s, and you think of them as kind of like a dad thing, a dad vibe, a nerdy, dorky thing, but the functionality of them cannot be overstated. When I was on a trip to Los Angeles over the summer, I actually lost my last pair of Warby Parkers. They were clipped to my collar, and when I was getting out of a lift, they fell off from the backpack strap, and I lost them. So that was a big bummer, and I had to buy these ones. So I figured I would get myself some sunglasses straps to keep that from happening. Then I could wear them around my neck, but I also wanted them to be stylish. I found this leather handmade boho style one on Etsy, and it has these nice little beads on it. I think it gives me kind of that surfy, beachy vibe. I actually really like the way it looks on me. Gives me kind of that zaddy style that I'm looking for, and that I already have, quite honestly. You know I'm always looking fly. Anyway, I'm not going to link these exact ones. A, because I really don't want you to steal my style because I'm one of a kind. And B, because it actually came from a Spanish Etsy seller. And because of the tariffs and things, I ended up spending an exorbitant amount on these. And I ended up basically being charged twice for shipping. So I had to upgrade to UPS because they weren't delivering via the postal service when I ordered this because it was from another country. And then also, once I got them, I got charged an additional tariff, so it was like I got charged double. More expensive shipping, plus the tariff on top of it. So I highly would not recommend this. So I found a sunglasses strap on Amazon that I'll link below as an equivalent. But yeah, I think having a moderately stylish sunglasses strap is actually a good idea and makes sunglasses way more functional in my opinion. Next up, I have this leather necklace. And this is awesome. I really love this thing. I was inspired by the Best Damn EDC with Taylor because he wears a similar one where it's a striker and a ferro rod attached to a necklace, and he always wears that. So I found this one, and this is a nicely branded one. I like the way it looks and functions. And basically you have this little ferro rod and you can stretch it out, and then you have this little striker attached, and you can, strike sparks and get a fire started anywhere you are. And I think it's really important to have a wearable fire starter so that you always have a fire starter nearby. And it kind of has that look of like an arrowhead necklace. So I think it fits in overall with my style. It's comfortable, it's adjustable, and it's just a nice little fire starter to carry around with you. Then if you haven't seen my video already where I went over 20 plus uses for the Model Infinity tool, the Model Infinity tool is something that I always have nearby. It's super useful. It's basically this connected chain of these silicone rings, and it comes in different colors and different lengths, and this is the shortest length. And then you get these little studs. You get a few of them included, and then you can buy other ones if you want to expand it. But basically I wear this like a bracelet, and this thing has so much usefulness. So because of this stud itself, you can use it as kind of like a zip tie, cinch it through, cinch things down, use it to attach bags, water bottles, create handles. And basically I'll just wear this as a bracelet and kind of hook it to itself. So then I have all the usefulness of the Model Infinity tool, but it's right around my wrist and wearable and easily grabbed at any time that I need it. So I highly suggest picking up at least a small package of these Model Infinity tools because I use them absolutely every day. And there's a lot of haters that say that they're too expensive for what they are and name all these other things you could use instead. That's fine. If you want to do that, do that. But for me, I really love the Model Infinity tool and I use these things constantly. So I'd highly recommend picking up at least a small package of these because you can try it out for yourself and see if it's useful in your daily life. Then I used to always carry an Apple Watch, but I realized I never really used the functions on it other than the step counter, which I can just get on my phone anyway. So I've decided to go with an analog watch from now on, and I picked up a cheap, minimal looking one. It reminds me of that military style, almost like a World War I or World War II style watch. And it's the Timex Weekender. And it is battery powered, so in the future I may want a solar variety or one that has something more survival focused like a barometer or a built-in compass. But I think for a simple analog watch that this is perfect, and the battery should last like 2 to 3 years. So this is a great piece of my EDC. I think it's stylish, it fits in with a lot of my outfits, and I really love this watch, and it's like 40 bucks, so you can't go wrong. Then I have my keys that I've already gone over in a bunch of videos. I have this carabiner from OTR Carry, really nice looking matte black carabiner that has 2 different separate sections so that you can separate out your keys for things that you remove regularly and things you want to keep on there. Then I have my Rovivon Aurora A8 keychain flashlight. This is my favorite small flashlight. I've had it for years. It's basically perfect other than the fact that it doesn't have dual fuel. That's the only way it could be improved. Other than that, I think this is the perfect keychain flashlight, and I carry it with me everywhere I go. Then I have my favorite key organizer. That's the Orbitkey Saffiano leather key organizer. And this makes it really easy to keep all my keys together without having them jangling around or scratching things in my pocket. And it comes in this nice olive green color with the black accented hardware. And then I also have another wearable EDC item that is this little multi-tool from Orbitkey. And it has a flathead screwdriver. The other end has a little tiny, you can't even really see it, Phillips head screwdriver. You have a bottle opener, and this has a little package opening edge to it. It's got a ruler, all kinds of different stuff that you might need in your everyday life, and it's always helpful to have a little bottle opener with you anytime you need it. So overall, this keychain is perfect, it's minimal, and it does everything I need it to do in a small compact package, and it's wearable on my belt loop. Then as a secondary flashlight, I have the Olight O-Clip Pro. It's even engraved to say visionswell, which is super nice. And I've reviewed this flashlight recently, but it's a great little flashlight. It has a couple different lighting modes with this little switch on the side, and you can press the button. And then it has a little clip. So you could use this as a headlamp on the brim of a hat, or you could just clip it to your shirt or sling or backpack and give yourself a little light so that if you're on the side of the road and you need people to be able to see you so you don't get hit by a car, you have that option there. Great little clip-on flashlight. Highly suggest this. Then you know I always carry a writing implement, and my chosen writing implement that's wearable, because you could put this on a keychain, you could wrap it around your belt loop, you could wrap it around any kind of bag that you're carrying, whether it's a sling bag, messenger bag, backpack, anything like that. You could even basically loop this through the back of a hat if you wanted to, but you have the CountyComm Pop-Out Pen. These are my favorite little EDC pens. They're super small. They're the width of a regular pen, but they're super short. And then if you want a full-size pen, you just pop it out, as the name implies, and you have a full-size pen at hand. So if you get the receipt back from the server and the pen they give you does not work, you have one on hand, fill out customs forms, or anywhere that you need a writing implement, you got one right there. Then I have the world's smallest EDC pouch. This is the Fattypack. This goes around the adjustment point of a baseball cap, and I can demonstrate, but it is basically a little EDC pouch. And you also have a little elastic loop here if you want to attach a key or a tool of some kind and roll it up inside. You have that ability as well. It's the perfect place to put things like spare cash, band-aids, steri strips, a toothpick, a sewing needle, anything small that you could fit in here and won't make it too bulky. You could easily fit it inside. So it's just a great little wearable EDC pouch. And it's a really great place where, in case you're worried about getting robbed or losing your wallet, you have a place to store some emergency contacts, some spare cash, maybe some medications, anything you might need in case of emergency. You have it attached right to your hat. Perfect little wearable EDC pouch. So then if you take this hat, which is also another wearable piece of EDC, especially when you're a bald guy like me, it protects you from the sun and it gives you a little bit of warmth. But I just really included this to show you how the Fattypack works. So if you unvelcro it, you can wrap it around the little adjustment point. And there you go. You have everything you need, and then if you want to attach a key here or a small tool, you can tuck it in right there and keep it out of the way, or just use this to cinch it down. And you have the ability there, and this is also removable if you're not using it. You can always pull it through the other side. And you have a little EDC pouch that fits perfectly on a hat. So now let's see how all of this looks on me. So like I said, all of this stuff is wearable. Got my watch on, got my MODL infinity tool, got my fire starter necklace, got my dad straps and my sunglasses, have my hat on, and have the Fattypack attached. And I've got my clippable light right there, and then clipped to my belt. Got my keys with my little pen attached, and this little flashlight. So if you're looking for some great wearable EDC items, here's a great place to start and might give you some ideas for things that you would like to include in your own kit. If you like EDC videos like this, please like, comment, and subscribe because it helps the channel out a lot. Check out the merch I have linked in all my videos. I've released a bunch of new merch and I've kept it at a very low price so that if you want to check out any of the designs that I personally created and curated, please check them out. If you have any other ideas for EDC items or wearable EDC that I should check out, please leave a comment below because I always read them and respond. Thank you as always for watching, and with all that being said, I will definitely see you in the next video. Take care.